I'll be honest, I don't even want to do this vlog right now. I don't know why this is so hard to talk about. It's just something that happened in my life. So there's a lot of fun things that have been happening, and I'm going to show you while I'm talking about all this stuff, this great stuff that my family's been doing. We've been going into Pumpkin Glow. We went and got family pictures with my family we haven't done in like 8 years together. We went and we got our Halloween costumes, and we're going to be doing Halloween pretty soon. And my son got to go be the helper for his class, along a whole bunch of other stuff that we've been doing as well. Life has been really good for us up until a week and a half ago. I talked about this before, but I have been trying to work out and get to a point where I could go run a 5K. That was my goal. I wanted to run a 5K and to try to really get into shape, to try to really prove to myself that I can do something like this. I've been going to Planet Fitness and doing this whole walking and running routine where I walk and then I run as fast as I can for a couple minutes, and then I walk again, back and forth, just to try to spur on this ability to improve my running. And recently I was like, you know what? It's getting to the near to the end of the season. Can I even run? Can I do this? So I tried to do a half a mile. 5K, you're going to be going at least 2-3 miles. And so I really tried to push myself, and at the end of the 5 minutes, which I was on track. In fact, I did do it. I hit a 10-minute mile, half mile. So I ran half a mile in 5 minutes, which is a really good pace for me. And I don't remember the last time I ran that fast. At the end of it, I had this humongous, massive pain in the back of my head. I got completely dizzy, my vision was blurred, and it just went from the back of my head where my spine meets my neck and just spiderwebbed my entire face. It came to my forehead, it came over my ears, and I just had to immediately stop. I was just barely halfway over my entire workout, and I had to stop right then. I sat down in the locker room. I thought, you know what, it's a good idea. Maybe I should go lay on the hydro spa just to get a little bit of massage. Maybe that's what it was. I did all that, and I finished up, and I drove home, and I had this massive headache. I ate some dinner, and I laid and went to bed. 2 days later, I went back to Planet Fitness. I still got to get this. I have to get that half mile. I really want to do this. So I start running again. I didn't even make it halfway through this half mile. And the same exact thing happened to me. And it lasted for 5 minutes. And I'm sitting in the locker room thinking, what in the world? Why is this not stopping like it did last time? And I called my wife and said, I can't drive. I can't come home right now. And she's super upset. So we go to urgent care, and I'm sitting in urgent care. It's like 10 minutes away. My head is just pounding. I can barely focus. And the lady comes in, checks me out, and says, you might have a brain aneurysm. Okay, well, I guess I got serious. That sounds like something I could die from. You need to go to the ER. You need to get a CT done. We need to make sure you're not bleeding on your brain because it will kill you. Okay, go to the ER, get the CT done. While we're waiting for the results, they hit me with some morphine. If you don't know about morphine, it's a very addictive drug that I don't like because I'm against substance abuse in general, and I'm not abusing it. But that's what I did as a counselor. I know the awful things that happen with something like that. And so I'm sitting there with the morphine in my body, and for the next hour, it does nothing for me. It takes the edge of the pain off, but that is it. This pounding is still happening. I'm moving. I'm trying to find a position, and every single time I move, it gives me like a quarter of a second relief, and then comes back even worse than it was 2 seconds ago. And then they hit me with the stuff that's like 10 times stronger than morphine, and I immediately get foggy, and the pain's gone, but now I'm like uber nauseous. I end up throwing up later because of it. And they tell me that I have a headache. Out of all their things that was at the ER, I have a headache. It's not a brain aneurysm. It's just a headache. So I go to my primary. I finally find a primary and go there the next day. And they said out of everything that's happening, it's classic migraines, which is a better diagnosis than a brain aneurysm. But he said, I looked at the doctor and I looked at him and said, can I work out? And immediately he said no. So this thing that I'm working towards that I really want to do, I'm not allowed to do anymore. I'm not allowed to go running anymore. I can go walk, but that's it. If I continue it, I'm going to have another migraine, and the medication I have will not stop that. And he basically said I need to avoid all physical activity that's going to cause this trigger. And for someone that loves to work hard, for someone that you need to own what you're supposed to do as a husband, that means that I went and mowed my front yard and couldn't get to my backyard because I was starting to get a headache and fear of having a migraine. That's the thing about migraine. People struggle with anxiety and depression because they don't know when the migraine's going to happen. They completely shift their entire day because they don't know if a migraine's going to happen. I overexerted myself after knowing I had migraines on Wednesday, Thursday. Overexerted myself on Saturday, had another migraine. I was done for the rest of the day. It was like 1 or 2 p.m. I was done for the rest of the day. I didn't get to go to that pumpkin glow. I missed all of it. So, I don't even know why I'm crying this much. So, the situation itself is very serious. My mother has status migraines, and surprisingly enough, status migraines can kill you. It's that serious. The migraines themselves knock me off my butt, and so it's very serious. I mean, this is very, very serious, but I'm doing what I need to. I'm going to go see the neurologist. I'm getting with my primary care physician. I'm avoiding those triggers, and my wife is checking on me every single time I do something that she knows is going to be physically demanding. But it just is awful when you go through something like this and it just completely takes your life apart. And I see this every day within counseling, that it happens with depression and anxiety and parenting and all these other things that happen. And for something to be this sudden, it's been really difficult. So I ask for your guys' prayers. I ask for you guys to pray for me, but also for my family, because I don't want this to disrupt things with them. It's going to disrupt things, I'm sure, with the vlog. It's going to disrupt things with the gaming stuff I do. I'm going to still push as much as I can, but I'm not going to overexert myself because I can't ruin the rest of my day every day for the next many years. So I appreciate you guys' prayer. I ask that you just continue for me and my family, and hopefully this whole crying thing won't happen anymore because I'll get a handle on it and we'll keep pushing forward. Maybe I'll still get that 5K somehow. We'll see. Thanks, guys.